So seed oils are, that's a whole nother subject. And I am very adamant about seed oils because what they do to them, for one thing, there is no such thing as a canola plant. It's called a rapeseed, and it's a genetically modified plant. And when we did the groups, Vicky, a few years ago when I did my health groups, it was one of the things that I said, there's no canola oil. I remember you texting me from the store or something. I said, no. So canola oil is the worst. Yet the culinary sector thinks it's fantastic, thinks it's like the best thing since sliced bread, that it's really healthy. And that couldn't be further from the truth. So the reason seed oils, okay, that aside, because there is no such thing as a canola plant. Okay. That's like a bastardized plant. It's not real. It's junk. So let's take like a sunflower, seed, or I don't even some soy, which is not a good one either. But they're hydrogenating the oil. They're making it so that it's shelf stable. Otherwise, it's not shelf stable, or it can be. I'll give you a tip at the end. Let me forget. It can be, but only with a certain process. So they're hydrogenating it and oxidizes. When an oil oxidizes, whether it's before you eat it or after in your body, that's poison. That's just straight up poison. And your body can't use that. It doesn't want to use it. It's going to store it in fat. It's not going to want to, your liver is going to say, hell no, get it out. I'm not going to process that because I have all this other stuff to do, and it's going to say, put that in their arm or their belly or their leg, and it's going to store just like that in your fat. So when you're cleansing, you're doing these cleanses, they have to be done carefully, especially if you're obese. If you're really overweight and you're going to do a cleanse and you think you're going to water fast only, that could be dangerous, especially when you're doing without binders to bind some of this stuff. So that can't be used. The body can't use that. And so that is a detoxification protocol, a program. This will actually help that too with binders. So seed oils can be done. There's a patented process. The only person that I know does it, the only company, is called Andreas Seed Oils, Andreas. He's from another country. I forget what it is. And he's patented a process where he takes the fresh plants, he processes them the right way, and it's expensive. So you get the little bottle of seed oil. You're not going to put a lot on your salad, trust me, but it's very good stuff. And he puts it in Myron glass so that it's preserved like forever. So there is a way to do it. It's an expensive process. Of course, you start with organic material. So the hydrogenated oils, no. Chips, I will buy the coconut oil or avocado oil. Even then, it's not organic potatoes, so they're kind of crappy. But it's funny you say that about the chips, because I almost made those within the last week. I have a recipe I've been wanting to make. I have a non-GMO organic corn meal that I have, and I wanted to make them with coconut oil. Yeah. And I was this close to finally doing it. So what they wanted to do is they want to sell us stuff. They want to sell us stuff, and they want to sell us cheap stuff. So back in the day, our grandparents, great-grandparents, they had lard. There's nothing wrong with lard if it comes from a grass-fed animal, especially. Now, if you're getting lard from an animal that's grain-fed and not fed their natural diet, then then it's not the best ever. But lard from so again, there's the whole cholesterol myth and all that. So those oils, coconut oil, lard, so animal fats from healthy animals, organic coconut oil, organic avocado oil, those aren't necessarily seed oils. And there's a better kind to get of those oils. So when I talk with clients about diet, upgrading your oils, you don't even have to change the way you cook, just upgrade your oils. Upgrade what you're eating. I'm not even going to try to change anything, about what you're eating. You can still have your chips. You can still have your ice cream. You can still have your fried, whatever it is, but let's change the oil. And also the sugar, change your carbohydrates and get off the beet sugar. That's GMO beets, and cane sugar is not a bad thing. Like cane sugar is from God, it's not a bad thing. So it's just a matter of upgrading these foods that they've replaced with cheap alternatives that your body doesn't know what the hell to do with. And so a lot of times it'll just store it, or it'll toxify you. And then you're sick and then you don't realize what's going on. And your poor little liver. Most green supplements begin with land plants. Phytofuel begins somewhere very different. We naturally compare phytoplankton to leafy greens because they are both green, but that is where many of the similarities end. Phytoplankton are microscopic marine plants that turn sunlight into nutrition with remarkable efficiency. They naturally produce proteins, essential fatty acids, pigments, minerals, and other compounds that help them survive in demanding marine environments. Phytofuel combines two complementary marine species, including tetrasod, a patented strain of Tetraselmis chewi cultivated to naturally develop very high SOD or superoxide dismutase activity. The result is a whole food marine concentrate designed to provide broad nutritional and antioxidant support without artificial colors or flavors. Look beyond ordinary greens and discover what marine nutrition has to offer. Learn more at marinesuperfood.store.